capture for T1.
Yeah, it is going to come down to what soul it is. The Ocean Soul we thought would have a pretty massive... Oh, wait, I'm going to have to hold my thought here. The previous record was Score with 544 games. Faker has just now surpassed him, 545. So with this game, he is going to take the top spot. And if you look at the other names there on the list, you see Score, you see Prey, currently retired, Smeb, currently on break. Score, obviously, I didn't mention, but obviously retired. Gorilla, still playing. So is Cuvée, Kuro, Bang, and Tuesday now a streamer. So just, highlight all the names there on that list. And just to highlight as well that Faker has taken that top spot. So congratulations to him.
Yeah. And also really interesting, not a lot of mid laners on that list. Was an interesting little surprise right there. Mm-hmm. And as we're taking a look at the player runes right now, Scorch taken by Jace up there in the top lane against a Aatrox. And Aatrox, he's going to get a lot of value out of the armor boots that can end up being picked up so early on. So even Cloth Armor or Cloth Armor Tier 1 boot recall is really good for him against the Trundle, the Jace, the Kalista in the later stages. Even the on-hit of the Azir later on. As Kana just doing a really good job at spacing and trying to zone off Hoya. But at this point, third wave is coming in. Now, this is where cheater recalls can be accomplished, but Kana didn't really trade super heavily early on, so he still has all of his corrupting potions. Looks like he's actually maybe even willing to try to stack 4 waves and then maybe look for a dive with Cuz. But all of these minions means that it's impossible for him to get ganked. Cuz has freedom to go into the red side jungle of Tarzan, and now with the 4th minion wave arriving, you can see Kana starting to shove in this wave. They want to dive with a massive surplus of spellcaster minions, because if Hoya auto-attacks either Kana or Cuz, all of these spellcasters and the cannon, the melees, they can start auto-attacking Aatrox. Doesn't look like they're actually wanting to commit to it, though.
Yeah,
so
taking it slow and steady there. Cuz is going to steal away some of the Krugs instead and then back away. He's going to spot Tarzan now, and he should know exactly what his route is if he hits the tab. Learned that little neat trick from my good friend Snack. But yeah, I mean, you could see that he cleared the right side. He cleared red and Raptors, and that will be shown in the CS that he does have. So knows what exactly he did. He's able to go down there, take away that Scuttle Crab from Tarzan. Tarzan getting the bad news that his Krugs were in fact stolen, and no more action is going to take place up there.
And so at the end of it, Jace does end up being almost 10 CS up right now in top lane. Just trying to keep the Aatrox under pressure, but now losing out on the trades. He's going to need to recall here, and unfortunately, this sequence of events isn't going to be super bad for Hoya. He pops the second corruption potion, and now he'll go for the recall. So we'll see what kind of a Jace this is going to be. He might just go for the pure lethality and aim to sort of gun down the Gragas, LeBlanc, and Senna with the shock blasts, thus granting openings for Faker to commit harder.
Oh, Faker had to flash from that one. I suppose he didn't expect a gank from Tarzan, but he was up there without his dash and was taking a very aggressive trade against Ucal, as you can see. And nearly gets caught out there, but a nice flash to safety. Cuz perfect positioning as well, able to help out.
Well, Tarzan and Ucal now sharing a lot of experience here in mid lane. And this is actually really problematic. Ucal almost died. One auto attack away. Kana now off of the recall, got longsword or double longsword and fairy charm to help sustain him. Hoya teleports onto the minion. And yeah, everything is sort of just going blow for blow right now. Fast and Senna down there in bot lane, not doing a super bad job. And Kana just taking his time up here in top lane. It really, I'm starting to get feelings of game number 1, Valdez.
Oh, that's good. I thought I was the only one.
UCal freezing.
I was a little bit scared. You know who actually did this in game 1 was Faker. We didn't talk about it too much, but he was getting pushed in a little bit, but he was able to freeze one lead and then slowly push from there. Denied a lot of XP from UCal in that game number 1.
Yeah, and the thing is that if UCal immediately just shoved back the wave, Faker wouldn't have to use his teleport to get back into the lane. But ends up committing it because UCal threatening a permanent freeze. UCal also has the tier 2 boots. Now, on LeBlanc, you'll do this when you're anticipating your second blue. That way you can have the most damage possible while still having your mana sustain. Otherwise, if your second blue isn't coming up or you think that you're not going to be able to get it, you would go down the route of Amp Tome with either Dark Seal or getting a Sapphire Crystal even, and looking for something like that to make work, as Tarzan looking for maybe a lane gank with Predator here. Probably not going to be able to find it. Trundle is in close proximity to the Infernal Dragon, as we're just going blow for blow across the board here.
Yeah, no kills just yet once again. You say blow for blow, it's mainly just macro objectives, lane trades and stuff like that. There is a nice little 1,000 gold lead for the side of T1. They're getting very aggressive, though, onto the blue buff. Here comes UCal, gonna miss that chains. And now T1 say, well, okay, you can have the blue. Tarzan gonna win out on that smite fight. Because will have to flash here if he wants any hope of surviving. Is able to get over the wall. Faker now slowed down. A chains is going to land onto him. Effort trying to zone. There's the second chains that Effort will be able to eat up, as putting up the wall is in fact going to be effective at keeping Griffin out of their jungle. So they're able to disengage, but it was not clean in the slightest.
No, definitely not clean at all. Kana, meanwhile, up here in top lane, trading pretty heavily with Hoya. And T1, I mean, they're still fine inside of this game. There's the Merc Treads completed for Faker. And so lots of value here against the LeBlanc in mid lane, as well as even the Gragas' damage, and to a lesser extent the Tahm Kench, maybe in the later stages, if Tom's tongue's getting a little frisky.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
see where you're going.
Tom isn't a frog, but, you know, I mean, I'm sure he would try to catch birds if he could.
Oh, okay. Over the over the wall here, as the pillar is going to come down. Effort is going to tank too much. He will go down to just the turret, though, as no damage was done to him, and First Blood is going to be given over to the Jace.
So First Blood does go to Jace, and Hoya doesn't have teleport, which means that all of these minions are just going into the void, and so Tarzan is actually going to have to stop eating his remaining golem camp and make his way over to the minions, and he'll be the one that picks them up to stop the bleeding up there, as Kana is still staying up there in top lane. He has a 26 CS advantage right now. He is going for the lethality build. Does look like it's going to be Yumu's as the first item. Effort rotates into mid lane as T1, they do this time and time again, and at this point you have to assume that it's practiced, but it is a bit surprising that they're rotating for the Herald. Infernal Dragon is up. Faker in mid lane is going to be super healthy and able to get priority on a moment's notice if necessary. And with your Jace being so big, the trade for Herald over Infernal does sort of confuse me, because T1 should be the one to accelerate towards the soul faster than the opponents. The Rift Herald still has a lot of time left, and it's not even like Griffin would be able to get it. So what they're going to do here is they're going to allocate all of the turret plate gold over to Teddy. First Blood turret going over to him as well. And it's going to make Callista really big, but Griffin's Infernal Dragon, it will scale into the later stages of the game. It's a great trait to have for the LeBlanc, Aatrox, and the Senna, once we make it into the mid to late game stages, it is only 4%, so it's not quite as strong as yester seasons.
Yester seasons?
Yeah. You like that?
So like
previous seasons.
Fall.
Should have said previous seasons, yeah.
Yeah.
You like that one? Valdez? Lost speech.
You're bringing out the...
I'm not Linguist Supreme today. What?
You're not? You're lost speech?
I'm lost speech today.
Well, you're with Britton Valdez, so... It's good, got a couple nicknames. Yeah, Bronze 5. It's funny what Effort does here. He actually tanks it up. I don't know if he thought he was going to survive or if he just thought his team really needed the extra shot. So it works out in the end.
No matter what, yeah, it does end up working out. It's better for him to die than for any of his teammates in that situation. And just an unfortunate series of events. T1 do find themselves with almost a 3,000 gold advantage here. Currently at 12 minutes. They're going to clear out some vision in the right-hand side jungle. Jace going back up to top lane right now. Probably just going to shove that. I'm not even going to bother saying the F word anymore. I'm done. I'm done talking about it.
What? What do you mean?
I've given up. Given up.
But you can't. You're the one bastion of hope for the region. What are we going to do if you don't mention it?
I'm not really sure all this, but
have we lost all hope?
There's only so many times that you can say that Summoner's Rift is a globe before you give up.
You know, you might be right. You might be right about this. It's sad. We see freezes in the early game. They love their lane freezes, like in mid, and actually in every occasion. We saw 2 today, or an attempted second freeze by UCal, but yeah, I don't know. I think we will see it in the future. Never give up hope.
Well, I don't think Griffin's gonna give up hope after that game number 1. I'll tell you that much.
Well, how about this top lane? I think Hoya's slowly losing hope. He's about to lose his second turret.
Okay, you gotta teleport.
TP coming in. Yeah, Kana's really fast though. But it is UCal on the LeBlanc, and unless the Jace can somehow burst him down, I don't think he's going to be having much fun. It's 3-on-1. He's going in for the play, but... Oh, my stream actually froze. I don't know if... That's a little bit awkward. I actually do not know what happened. Maybe you can take it away from here.
Yeah, so Jace did end up dying. He did get body slammed by the Gragas, unable to do anything. But in doing so, remember, that was a teleport committed by UCal up into top lane, so he misses out on some waves in mid, and then Faker also gets a lot of chip damage onto the turret, I believe even a turret plate, so you have to sort of add everything together to see what the end result is being.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, welcome back.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Just the remote broadcast. The unforeseen...
I can't believe that you just did that to me. I can't believe that you just dropped that on me.
You were the lone survivor.
Listen, here's what I hope.
You're the last one left.
I hope that you order an iced coffee one day, and it comes out hot.
Why would you hope that on anyone? Oh man, that's just cruel. I can't believe you.
Yeah, well, here's the replay in case you didn't see it before. Fantastic. You like that?
It's kind of what I expected.
You felt like you missed out, right?
You know, it was a lot of damage, and that's really all we like here at the LCK. Kind of just called their bluff and said, yeah, you're probably all in that brush. Found them all. And, you know, I don't actually blame Griffin for doing that. There's not much else, because, of course, they're not going to do the F word. They're not going to freeze. So, like, what else would they do rather than camp one of the brushes where they can catch someone who's also not freezing and just push it?
Well, they can play ping pong with the lanes, which I think, honestly, I think it's a good look for them.
Yeah? You think they should do it very often?
I'm wondering if this is maybe the sport that they play in their pastime.
Yeah.
It does seem like they are quite adept at it.
You guys, Atlas was questioning yesterday what are the...
Paddles.
Yeah, they're paddles.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He didn't know that. I just
How
didn't
does
want
he not know that? I thought he was an expert.
Right, I didn't want to show him up, you know?
In this game, I mean, he's been casting League of Legends for a while.
Yeah, I can't even
know
believe.
He should know it's paddles.
I mean, of course.
Right? Like, League of Legends is ping pong. It's the same thing, so... God.
Yeah, it definitely, it definitely is a little bit perplexing. Alright, well, red buff not going to be able to be hooked by the Blitzcrank 4 minutes until the Mountain Dragon comes up. And this is giving me, you know, so we've been back now in round 2 for a little while, and LCK has been very different in terms of the pacings of the games, as well as just other stuff that's been going on with like draft mix-ups and whatnot. Now, it hasn't totally morphed, but this is honestly like going back to round number 1, where nothing happens, we wait some more, and then the chair breaks, and the chair breaking that you're waiting on is actually what causes the fight.
Yeah. You wait, you go grab a bagel, maybe some coffee, and I know that there's what time is it
what
right
kind
now?
of coffee?
6:45. I like my lattes.
Okay.
I like milk with coffee.
Okay.
It's pretty good. That's what I'm on nowadays. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but when I do, that's what I'll go for.
All right, excellent.
But there's definitely a couple of guys that are on the East Coast of America who are staying up 5:45 a.m. I used to do that myself, and sometimes, you know, when the sun rose, I also rose out of my chair and went down to Dunkin' Donuts or some kind of shop and picked up a bagel and some coffee.
All right. I haven't had a bagel in actually a very long time. Now, now you make me want a bagel.
I went back to New York in January, and let me tell you, I ate a lot of bagels. Bagels, pizza, burgers.
Okay.
What else did I eat?
Slow down there,
Oh, that
Tom.
was a sick play by Tarzan, actually. We're going to have to hold the phone. He just opened this door on the game. My God. He is just going to dunk Faker in the jungle as they were getting pretty gritty, trying to steal that blue once again. Another guy behind enemy lines. Will he be seen this time? He's going to get out right at the last second. That's a couple of kills. Griffin with a couple of pickoffs, trying to come back in this one.
And so they managed to get to the pickoffs. It doesn't change the fact that they're still almost down 4,000 gold. And also, top tier 2 turret is on its last leg. Tarzan gonna come over. He's gonna pick up that scuttle crab, clear out some vision around his right-hand side jungle. The problem is that we haven't seen a real team fight unfold. Also, edge of okay. All right.
I said hold the phone earlier. I think they may have misinterpreted what I said. I did not mean pause the game. Guys, by the way, you can start now.
All right. Well, Valdez, what would you like to talk about here?
Well, I was going to talk about...
Welcome to the Pog State.
Yeah. What is this, episode 7?
This is actually the secret world. Sort of like when you play Mario and there's the secret world.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we actually filmed the Pog State episode 5. And
oh, true.
We did do that. It's just not out yet. Or it is out, but not on YouTube. And now this is like episode 4.5.
Okay. You see, I thought we did an episode last week where we had a really long pause.
Nope, that didn't happen.
You remember that? Nope. No. You've already blocked that out of your mind.
I don't recall.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Perfect.
I saw the Korean casters looking at the screen. I thought maybe we were going to get an update, but that's not the case. Yeah, I mean, I ate a lot of food when I went back to America. I gained what was it?